This video is sponsored by NordVPN. If you're like me and you wander around questionable topics online, you might be worried that you're on some kind of watch list. But don't worry, you can make sure that nobody can track your online whereabouts by using a VPN. A VPN is a virtual private network which your computer connects to before you connect to the internet, which shields your computer from cyber attack, password thieves, and also stops websites from tracking you. It's basically Harry Potter's cloak of invisibility for your computer. A neat feature of a VPN is that you can also trick the internet into believing that you're actually in a different place than you really are. So, with a click of a button, you're not only protected, you can tell online streaming services that you're in a completely different country so that you can watch content available in that country. My own personal favorite use is to change my location and purchase flights at a cheaper price using foreign websites. NordVPN has over 5,500 servers in 59 countries, so finding a fast, efficient server is going to be no problem at all. And you can use it on every major platform, desktop or mobile. And if you're still not satisfied with that level of anonymity and protection, then you can actually double up and use two VPNs. A VPN within a VPN. VPNception. I wonder if that Inception-based gag is ever going to stop being used. If you're interested in protecting your computer and stopping internet corporations from following your internet habits, then you absolutely need a VPN. And if you go to nordvpn.com/peakedinterest and use the code peakedinterest to get an exclusive deal on a 2-year plan and 4 months protection for free. So you'll be doing yourself a service and helping the channel at the same time. That's nordvpn.com/peakedinterest using code peakedinterest. Back to the video. This is John Michael Musbach. He was 31 years old at the time of meeting Mike online. This story is already a pretty dark and disturbing story, but it gets significantly more dark and disturbing. After Mike's parents contacted the police in New York State where they lived, the police in New Jersey contacted John Musbach to inform him that they were officially investigating him for his online interactions with Mike, which were far more adult than the law would allow them to be. A short while later, on March 31st, 2016, officers from Atlantic County Prosecutor's Office executed an arrest on Musbach and a search of his residence. They confiscated his mobile phone, laptop, and cloud hosting data. Musbach was given his Miranda rights and proceeded to waive them and admit to having sent and received explicit photos and videos to Mike, who was at the time just 13 years old. John also admitted to knowing Mike's age at the time the videos and photos were exchanged. By October 2017, Musbach pleaded guilty to endangering the welfare of a child by inappropriate adult contact in violation of New Jersey state law. The judge sentenced him to a 2-year suspended sentence with parole and supervision for life. While this seems like the end of the story, it isn't. The dark web is like an underground version of the regular internet. It can only be accessed with special software and browsers and is seen as a place hidden away from prying government eyes, which isn't entirely true, as you'll see. Because of this reputation, some websites have popped up over time on the dark web which claim to offer services which a law-abiding citizen would never dare frequent. Websites which will deliver pharmaceutical-grade illegal drugs to your door. Websites which will procure illegal materials, identities, financial information, or private documents. And at least one website which claimed to offer contract killing for hire. One such website was called Besa Mafia. Besa Mafia is a website with a strange history. It pitched itself as a website with origins in the Albanian Mafia and was populated by gang members for hire. It originally popped up one day as part of a viral marketing campaign in which the advertisements told people to avoid the site and called for it to be shut down due to the fact that it was actually real. It claimed to be able to offer murder for hire, which was to be paid in Bitcoin. People assume that the reason that websites such as this want Bitcoin as payment is because it's anonymous, but that's a misunderstanding. Bitcoin is one of the least anonymous types of payment, as the record of the transfer is easy to trace and forever permanent. Unlike a bank transfer, the record can't be hidden, altered, or destroyed. The reason these sites like to use Bitcoin is because once Bitcoin is transferred, there's no way to get it back unless the person it was transferred to transfers it back again. No government, website, admin, or authority figure can return that money. This makes it a more reliable currency for scams, as there's no bank to appeal to in the hope of blocking, refunding, or investigating the transfer. Once the money is gone, it's gone. Besa Mafia has been spoken about by many other people before, and one of the best videos on the topic is by Barely Sociable. If you're interested, I'd suggest checking out this video via the link in the description box below. The site built up a mythos and reputation by gaming Google searches on the regular internet, which would then redirect people to the darknet site. In the fall of 2016, before his arrest, John Michael Musbach would join the website under the username Agent Is I. After a back and forth, a price of $20,000 was agreed and the murder of Mike was arranged. After a few days with no further information, Musbach contacted the site again, asking for an update, at which point the admin responded by saying that the date had been picked and a hitman assigned. One day later, on May 19th, the admin provided an update stating the original hitman had been busted for drug possession, but that he could provide another one for an additional $5,000, or Musbach could wait until the original hitman was released from jail. John responded by saying that he would pay, but he couldn't access the money all at once and he would need a couple of days due to limits on his bank account. He asked the admin if the hitman would do the hit first and he would pay half, with the other half of the balance following on Monday when he could access his accounts again. The website admin refused this, stating, rather ironically, that the hitman is afraid that he would get scammed and have no way of recovering the remaining money if Musbach decided to become a fugitive and run away. Musbach was obviously very desperate at this point to try and eliminate the key witness in the state's case, and so attempted to acquire the money on the day specified, but was unable to do so in the specified time frame, and so offered his name and address as collateral for the hit to still take place, but got no response from the site. One day later, and 12 days after initially striking a deal to murder his 13-year-old victim, Musbach got cold feet and tried to cancel the order and withdraw the money he deposited in his account. The police then started a process of tracing the account using the Bitcoin wallet which had been used to deposit the Bitcoin and the one which John had given for the refund. The wallet was affiliated with Coinbase, a popular Bitcoin exchange, and the police subpoenaed Coinbase for the information connected to the wallet. The wallet was identified as belonging to a user registered under the name of John Musbach, which also had his date of birth, social security number, New Jersey driver's license number, and his address and personal email address. Coinbase requires users to provide photographic ID in order to register, and in this particular case, John had used his driver's license, which investigators used to provide a positive ID match to their suspect. The police investigators also managed to positively identify the Besa Mafia username Agent Izai to John by breaking the passwords on a hard drive found at his residence, which revealed that he had used his former employer's iCloud service to store information which listed several user accounts using derivatives of Agent Izai. They also scraped his Google search history, which showed that Musbach had been searching for some very disturbing things, which demonstrated not only an intent to kill his victim, but also that he knew New Jersey state law on adult interactions between an adult and a minor. One search even showed what his possible defense might be in the event that he was caught. Ironically, this search history would have been ample evidence to demonstrate that he was not insane at the time of the incident.